So I'm going to be in Blackpool for the next few days. I'm going to try and avoid going on the internet because I feel like it's giving me a headache and making me feel ill. So I'm going to try and stop and get out more. That's what I need. I'm pretty much recovered from my cold, but I've got a bit of, I don't know. Anyway, I am staying in the shittiest hotel in one of the shittiest areas in England. Blackpool's a pretty horrible area, and I was reminded by it when I came in because I was cycling past the pier, and the radio said it's Ariana Day, and then I turned around like the street just next door, which is the street that I'm staying on, and it was a really awful street. And then I saw a small Ariana hotel, and was just like, yeah, she's supposed to be the angel of beauty, and I'm just looking around thinking this place is anything but beautiful. But anyway. I like it because they have quite a lot of entertainment here. They've got a Man and Two Swords and a Sea Life and Blackpool Tower and stuff. So and I like cycling, and there's some really nice beach cycles that you can do. My dad stayed in St Anne's for like a year when I was younger, so I'll probably cycle down there today or tomorrow, probably tomorrow if I'm busy today. But yeah, I like those staying in really horrible hotels. You know, a lot of people would prefer to stay in the nicer ones, and okay, I would prefer to stay in the nicer ones. But there is advantage of staying in really shitty ones because you can get like a taster of how people live. Like there's a lot of people. I'm not showing you the view, but it's pretty revolting. There's just like junk everywhere, and it's just you can see the backstage. You know, like back in Birmingham, they have back-to-back houses, and it's very where the poor people live. I guess Coronation Street type back alleys and stuff. But you know, there's a lot of people that live like this, and it's crazy to think that there's so many people that live in just one rooms. And you know, if you think the world isn't overpopulated, you've got to be kidding me because there are so many people that they have good important jobs such as selling things in shops and stuff, but they live in rooms, and it's just like you know I think it's awful to think that people like can live. There's lots of people who are just living in a shared house, and this room that I've got, I don't even want to show it to you because it's so disgusting, but yeah, should I show it to you? No, but yeah, you could imagine what you can imagine what a room like this looks like. You know, I know there's a lot of people. Mostly they come from abroad. They come from like abroad and stuff. But there's a lot of people who live in rooms like this, and I feel like it's a nice reminder of it. And it's also actually reminding me of the time travel hotels that I was doing when I was a kid. The idea was to have lots of different hotels, all from different stages. So you can have like one from 60s and one from Tudor ages, and different stages. And then for everyone, or for most of them, have also classes as well. So you can have the first class, the second class, and the third class. And the idea isn't to give people a nice living, unless of course you go for the first class living. But the idea is to give you a taster of what it was actually like back then. Because I used to love looking at paintings and artistry and imagine what it'd be like to live in the past. And I used to do that all the time, just fantasize about the past and try and imagine, what people's lives were like, and get imagery and visions of the past. And I didn't see anything about it. I just thought it was me just enjoying these sort of fantasies. But now that I know that I'm God, I feel like maybe I was doing that because I was trying to remember things from when I was the time traveling God. But I used to do that a lot, and yeah, and it would be cool to have a hotel where the strings where you have rope around a rope mattress, I think it's called, and then you just have like it'd be such an uncomfortable bed. Like this is such an uncomfortable bed. It's like rock solid almost. It feels like it almost feels like this floor would be better. It's that hard. I'm not happy with it. I think they will give you a straight back. There is an advantage of having a very stiff mattress. I think it's actually called a therapy mattress because it helps you if you've got a bad back. It helps you straighten up. But yeah, I wouldn't want to stay on it for very long. But yeah, there is an advantage to staying in a really shitty place because it gives you a taster of what people actually experience, and so I like that. Whilst I don't have much money, I might as well make the most of this opportunity. But yeah, I would love to know how awful it would be to sleep in a rope mattress, or to experience like what they did, and also be very cheap. Like if you were to design something like this, um, because it's not about giving people luxury, it's about giving people a taster of time travel. I think something like that would be actually quite a like very cheap, efficient thing. But I don't know how it would fly or anything. But that is something. It's reminding me. This room is reminding me of that. And what else happens? There's a nice spa here. It's a really big jacuzzi. It's a really big jacuzzi, and the beach is definitely helping me think a bit better.